Lindsey Buckingham is suing Fleetwood Mac. It's wrongful dismissal time, folks, with Fleetwood Mac. I'm John Bowden from Rock History Music. Yesterday we learned that according to Lindsey Buckingham, he was fired from Fleetwood Mac because of Stevie Nicks. According to the report in Rolling Stone magazine, the singer said she'd never share the stage again with him after she claimed he smirked at her speech in January at a MusiCares benefit show in New York City. A few days later, Fleetwood Mac's manager, Irving Azoff, called Buckingham and said he was out of the band. And as we've reported many times, he's been replaced by Heartbreakers guitarist Campbell and Neil Finn of Crowded House and Split Enz. So now Lindsey Buckingham has filed a suit for breach of fiduciary duty, breach of oral contract, and intentional interference with prospective economic advantage. The lawsuit said that Lindsey Buckingham had asked the band to postpone their big tour for 3 months. He wanted to do some solo stuff and solo shows, but they refused, so he decided to postpone his own solo stuff for about a year. The papers also say that Fleetwood Mac, each member of the band, were going to rack in about 12 to 14 million through a deal with Live Nation. Though there never really was a written agreement between the rumors version of Fleetwood Mac with Buckingham, Nicks, Mick Fleetwood, John McVie, and Christy McVie. But California's Uniform Partnership Act from 1994 says even without an agreement, Fleetwood Mac could not fire a member without due cause. Buckingham says on February 28th of this year, he contacted Mick Fleetwood, or tried to, but got no contact. And then John McVie was in there. He tried to contact him, and John McVie told him, "I can't really communicate with you." Buckingham says, after 43 years and the finish line so clearly in sight, it's hard to escape the conclusion that for the 5 of us to splinter apart now would be a wrong thing. At the moment, the band's heart and soul has been diminished, but our center, which has seen us through so much, is only laying dormant. Rolling Stone magazine contacted Fleetwood Mac. They said they could not really comment on anything because they hadn't seen the full suit yet. But this goes down to a guy losing his job and saying, hey man, I've been wrongfully dismissed. I think anyone who's been watching might have been through this. I went through it once where I was let go from a company and I sued and I won. But many years later, I looked back and I went, I probably should have been fired. I didn't see it then. Was I doing my job? Yeah. Was I doing a great job? Not really. So I understood their point. But you get older and you understand this. And I think that a lot of people like Lindsey Buckingham are going to go, yeah, Lindsey, you go. And we don't know all the facts yet. Let's just face it. We haven't heard everything. He's not allowed to be fired as a member of that organization, according to this California act. You can't wrongfully dismiss the guy, even without paperwork. But we haven't heard everything. And anyone who claims they have, they're lying. Stuff's going to come out. People are going to defend their sides. Will it go to court? Most of the time, these things don't go to court. Will we find out the juice? There's a part of me that sometimes doesn't want to find out the juice. I've said this before. Sometimes drama is just too much. But this was inevitable. A lot of folks predicted there was going to be a lawsuit. There's too much money at stake here. And it's not a money grab. He was let go. He thinks he's got a right. And we'll find out what happens. Or, like I said, we'll never find out what happens. What do you think? Make sure you comment on our video, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. I'm John Bowden from Rock History Music.